So today we're going to bring everybody a breaking news that's very exciting. So this is about an interview you just did just probably hours ago, several hours ago, and it's about a conversation you had with the Prime Minister of Belgium, Alexandra De Croo. So tell us about the story, Nicole.
Yeah, it's really breaking news. It's his visit to Medica is totally unannounced, and nobody knows that. Here comes a head of the state. This is the first head of the state coming to visit the Medica refugee center. So nobody anticipated. So we had no idea that he was coming. So we heard from our staffers who were on the morning shift, and they said, someone is important visiting the Medica Center because they saw the barricade of the bodyguard security personnel, and then they found out it's the Prime Minister of Belgium, Sir Alexander De Croo. And so it was when they first found about this news, it was like 10:01 Poland local time, and so we quickly came to the place where he was visiting because we are reporters. We need to cover breaking news, and so then we struck a conversation, and he accepted our interview, and so he heard about the new federal state of China and why we're coming to the Medica and what we have been doing to offer humanitarian aid for the Ukrainian refugees. And he was smiling the whole time. He was nodding, smiling, and he clearly can see he was spoken in fluent English, because we know this 47-year-old prime minister, he went to America to get his master's degree. He actually studied at Northwestern University and got his MBA there, and so he's very eloquent in English. And so I heard part of his interview with the previous reporter from an Arabic television, and he was clearly condemning Russia's invasion of Ukraine and talk about the European Commission's strong condemnation and also the strong sanction against the Russian, not only economically but militarily. So he was clearly on the side of the Ukrainian people. And then it was my turn, so I introduced myself and announcing that I'm from the new federal state of China, and I was wearing this hat. So on my hat, the message is pretty clear that about who we are. And then also I was wearing this vest. Everybody recognized this bright yellow vest with the text, "Taking down the evil Chinese Communist Party." So, and then the way he looked at me is like he was not unfamiliar with our message. He was like looking at me and from bottom to top, and then he was not surprised, he was not startled, because sometimes we met reporters who for the first time heard about the Chinese people taking down the Chinese Communist Party. Some people was like gasp, like jaw dropping. But this prime minister, he was like, it's like I know who you are and why you're here. So anyway, and I explained what we did as the Rule of Law Foundation, the work that we do here, and the number of refugees we were able to provide to the Ukrainian people, and the bus service. And he was nodding, he was smiling, and he responded, "Thank you for being here. We're all human beings. We need to help each other." And it was a very sweet and brief interview. And later on, we took a photo together, and he was pretty happy that he was having a photo with a reporter wearing this hat, pronouncing that I'm from the new federal state of China, which is a direct opposition to the Chinese Communist Party. And then he was also very receptive to the message printed on my vest, because we're the real Chinese people taking down the Chinese Communist Party. So he was, and his security personnel, his bodyguards. They were very friendly, and he was well protected by the security personnel. He was accompanied by a lot of people, and it seems like people are familiar with us. They're not surprised by our presence, and they're not surprised. They're not shocked by the message that was displayed on our vest. So it was like a spontaneous, even though it was unannounced, and it was very pleasant. Yeah.